What if the world's most celebrated art isn't just about beauty, but about secrets? Hidden messages, encoded patterns, lost knowledge, concealed right in plain sight. For centuries, paintings have hung in galleries, admired for their brushwork and composition, but beneath the surface lies something far stranger. Today we're diving into the world of artistic codes, mysterious symbols, cryptic geometry, hidden music, and messages possibly intended only for those who knew how to see them. Let's begin where mystery meets genius, Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo was a painter, yes, but also a mathematician, inventor, and philosopher. Many believe he embedded complex ideas into his art. One researcher, Giovanni Maria Pala, made headlines by suggesting that the Last Supper contains a musical score. Here's how it works. He mapped the position of the apostles' hands and loaves of bread along a musical staff. When read from right to left, as Da Vinci often wrote, it forms an actual melody, and the weird part, it's hauntingly beautiful. Coincidence? Or was Da Vinci crafting a visual symphony as well as a spiritual masterpiece? And that's not the only mystery. Take a closer look at the apostle seated to Jesus' right. Some argue it's not the apostle John at all, but Mary Magdalene. Could Leonardo have hidden a subtle nod to suppressed religious stories? Dan Brown popularized the theory in the Da Vinci Code, but even scholars admit there's more to the Last Supper than meets the eye. At first glance, it's a religious painting, God reaching toward Adam. But look closer at the shapes surrounding God and the angels. Anatomists realized it matches the shape of a human brain, with the cerebrum, the brainstem, and even the vertebral artery clearly outlined. Michelangelo was known to dissect corpses in secret. He knew anatomy better than most physicians of his time. So, did he sneak a symbol into his most sacred commission? Was he suggesting that God gave man not just life, but intellect, and that divine power resides in the mind? Even stranger, other parts of the Sistine Chapel contain accurate anatomical illustrations hidden in drapery and figures. Some scholars suggest Michelangelo was subtly rebelling against the Church's teachings, encoding a humanist worldview under the watchful eyes of the Vatican. Vincent van Gogh, the tortured artist, the swirling skies of Starry Night are iconic. But in 2004, physicists made an extraordinary discovery. Van Gogh had unwittingly painted a near-perfect representation of fluid turbulence, one of the most complex physical phenomena in the universe. The patterns in his skies match mathematical equations describing chaotic flow, the kind you see in whirlpools, hurricanes, or galaxy formation. Scientists have even compared Starry Night to Hubble telescope imagery, and the similarities are mind-blowing. But Van Gogh had no formal physics training. Was this genius intuition, or something deeper, an unconscious connection between mental chaos and universal structure? The Renaissance wasn't just a rebirth of art, it was a rebirth of astrology, astronomy, and ancient wisdom. In Botticelli's paintings, some scholars see more than beauty, they see astronomical maps. In Primavera, the flowers, fruits, and positions of the figures are thought to represent the movement of Venus, the cycles of the moon, and even zodiac alignments. In The Birth of Venus, the positioning of Venus on a seashell, flanked by the wind gods and hora of spring, mirrors celestial events observed in the 15th century. Could Botticelli have been embedding star charts into his mythological scenes? Now let's talk optical illusions. In Holbein's The Ambassadors, two well-dressed men stand beside a table full of scientific instruments, but stretch the image or view it from a steep angle, and a distorted shape reveals itself, a human skull. This technique is called anamorphosis, and it was cutting edge at the time. But why hide a skull? It's a memento mori, a hidden reminder that death comes for all, even the educated and powerful, a coded philosophical message only visible to those who know where to stand. And this trend didn't stop with the Renaissance. Even medieval illuminated manuscripts were packed with secret codes, alchemical symbols, numerological patterns, and iconography layered with meaning. In some 14th century manuscripts, marginalia, those weird doodles in the margins, aren't just decoration, they were covert commentary, often mocking authority, criticizing the church, or communicating hidden beliefs under the guise of illustration. Even modern artists like Salvador Dali and Jackson Pollock are suspected of hiding mathematical principles in their work, from the golden ratio to fractals. Here's the big question. If we've only just discovered these codes centuries later, or what else haven't we found yet? Are there maps to lost knowledge, encrypted mathematical principles, secret societies encoded in brushstrokes? Some fringe theorists believe entire languages of symbols have been hidden throughout classical artwork, passed down secretly like ancient esoteric texts. Wild? Maybe. But history has taught us that sometimes the truth really is stranger than fiction. Art isn't always what it seems. The next time you walk through a museum, pause and look closer. Because some paintings don't just show us beauty, they whisper secrets across time. Have you seen a code or symbol in a famous painting? Tell us in the comments, we might feature it in our next video.